guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Barris Salkas, and in this channel we talk about photography and filmmaking. In this video, we're going to talk about 2021. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the year and we do this all over again. We're gonna set new goals and achieve new things and experience new things and do things that we regret for the next 365 days, and then at the end of the next 365 days we're gonna come back here and talk about those things and do it all over again. That is just how we humans work, unfortunately. So I just want to sort of talk about my 2021, and I want to keep this in a creative tone as much as I can. You know, there's a lot of things I learned in 2021, but I want to talk about my 2021 in a more of a creative tone. I hope I can get the message across. So the biggest lesson of 2021 for me was, you see, I had this passion project in mind. So in January, I wanted to start my year off strong. So I went to Banff, Alberta. If you guys are not from Canada, it's a national park where you go to see these beautiful mountains. It's like Canadian Rockies, right? So there's a lot to film and photograph there. And from where I live, which is just around Toronto, it's a 4-hour plane ride. So beginning of the year, I've spent some money. I set a budget to myself and I flew up to Banff, rented a truck, and had an amazing week there. The point of going there was to actually create a film, which I realized as soon as I got there, I did not believe in the storyline I had in mind. It wasn't what I was trying to get across. It wasn't coming out the way I was. And you know, when you have too much time to think of something, which happened at the spot, it usually doesn't work out. So I just second guessed myself and I did not end up sticking to a storyline. So I just came back with half a terabyte of footage, pretty looking footage with no storyline. So because it was a personal project and there was not really any pressure on me, I went on to doing the project with a very amateur approach. I did not plan ahead and I did not finish writing the story. I said I'll figure it out when I get there, and when I got there, I didn't even like the beginning of the story. There's literally a helicopter flying over my building. So needless to say, next time I take on a passion project, I will make sure that I'm happy about the storyline and actually stick to a storyline. But because of that failure, I've actually went ahead and did a couple more projects, which you can see in this channel. And in my opinion, they're a lot stronger than what I had in mind for the other project. And this is because of that little failure. It was an expensive failure because I had to budget myself to go out there, but it was a good lesson. Plus I got a bunch of good footage, which the footage will be used on something that I'm creating soon. And what I'm creating has a really deep storyline, so it should go right in there. So another lesson this year was create what you like and don't worry about the stats. With this YouTube channel specifically, I used to plan and I used to, really think about which video would get a lot of views. And I wasn't having fun. And I probably did like 10 videos like that. And in those videos, whenever I watch them, I cringe really bad. And I'm like, that's not me. Like that person wasn't me. When I make videos, I don't even optimize my titles. I just think of a title. I just come up with a title, and whatever fits the theme of the video, I title that as the title of the video. I never research titles, I never research keywords. I don't want that kind of pressure. If a video is good, it'll get the views, it'll go out there. I don't think I'll miss the YouTube buzz because I didn't use a specific keyword. Kind of changed my approach. And lately in 2021, I'm having a lot of fun creating content for this channel. And that approach of not worrying about the stats actually really worked for me over on Instagram, where I would say I have a much more successful Instagram account compared to my YouTube. You see, on Instagram, I always believed in what I did. I took the photos, I edited the photos to my taste. I didn't worry about if it's gonna get likes or not. And to this day, I still do that. And that brought me some success over that. So one day, your taste, your artistic twist attracts people, and that's the best kind of success. Which ties me into the next one. You see, social media is a lonely place, especially in the beginning. And there could be social media people, or there could be real life people in your life that support you since day one. The biggest lesson to me this year was coming back to those people and thanking them for all their support. The happiness I see in those people's eyes is just so nice, and it's so refreshing and so refueling for me. So I thank everyone that's been there since day one, or here, I should say. I don't know. There, here, I don't know. Thank you. Another lesson that has nothing to do with anything creative is to take care of my body. You see, I'm 27. I don't think I'm old or anything, but my body feels a lot older than 27. So within the last 6 months, I would say I've been going back to the gym. I've been eating a lot, trying to eat a lot healthier. And mind and body, it just connects with each other. So, going with a healthier approach is really good to me. So this year, I made that a lesson. I started getting like back pains and stuff, and I still do. Then I told myself this could get a lot worse. I need to take care of myself. So that little back pain there was a good lesson for me this year. I need to start taking care of myself. Even sitting in my office chair for 12 hours a day, I gotta first of all fix my posture. Yeah, you can't do that for too long. The final lesson that I like to share with all of you, my most creative times has been when I actually unplug. I even have a short film about unplugging. It's so important to unplug and just listen to your body and listen to your soul. Because when you go on to do stuff that's not on social media or on a device, you really get back to yourself. It's a nice place to reground. It's very nice to kind of look at things from a different perspective. You see, when we're on our phones all day, it could really block your creative thoughts. Every day, I make sure to leave my phone aside for at least a couple hours. And like I was saying, actually get up from my office chair and do stuff and move around. It really helps me come up with new ideas. That's number one. Number two, you can really reground, feel better. Right deep inside, and your body as well, but deep inside, you need to take care of the soul. So I definitely recommend taking time off if you're not doing so already. Even Instagram is doing stuff for that, so that people unplug a lot more. They're coming up with features where you can say do not disturb or whatever it is that they're coming up with. So even these platforms are noticing the fact that people need to unplug. So that was a really good lesson for me. And even if you're in a creative rut, that's the best way to get out of that creative rut. I go for a walk, I go for a drive, or maybe I just don't do anything, just lay down and just look at my ceiling. It's always good to unplug. And in 2022, I will utilize that to the max. You see, for me, 2021 was full of a bunch of experiences, a bunch of life lessons, a bunch of creative lessons. I'm sure I can spend hours talking about my 2021, but who really wants to watch that? These few were some of the ones that were really important to me in a creative manner, of course. So if you do want to see my lessons for 2022, I guess subscribe to the channel so you can watch that video next year. But this is where the video ends. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. I don't think this is the final video for 2021. I have another one in mind, which I'm overthinking about. Oh, that's another lesson for 2021. Overthinking had to stop. You overthink about content, you overthink about everything. Next thing you know, you can't do anything. You can't create. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon.